Vanta doesn't publish its pricing publicly. You need to book a demo to get a number. That makes it hard to budget before you're even starting the conversation. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly how Vanta's pricing is structured, what's included, what's not, and what a realistic first year number looks like for an early stage startup. Vanta uses a per seat pricing model, which means your cost is tied to a headcount. As your team grows, your annual contract goes up. The logic makes sense for larger companies. Compliance work does scale with the number of people you're managing access reviews and policies for, but it's worth understanding upfront so you can plan for it. The base platform, which covers continuous monitoring, evidence collection, and automated tests across your cloud environment, typically starts somewhere between $10,000 to $15,000 per year for a startup sized team. That's the number you usually hear first in a sales conversation. From there, pricing moves up depending on your company size. Growth stage teams tend to land in the 30 to 55 grand range. Mid-market companies can be 50 grand and above. All of this is code-based, so your actual number will depend on what you negotiate. The base price covers the core compliance workflow, connecting your integrations, running automated checks, collecting evidence, and mapping it to your framework. That's genuinely where most of the automation value is. And for SOC 2 or ISO 27001 on a standard cloud stack, you're typically automating 70 to 80% of the evidence work. It also includes access to their policy templates, the compliance dashboard, and the ability to invite your auditor directly into the platform to review evidence. Here's where it's worth paying attention, because a few meaningful features sit outside the base price. Trust Center, Vanta's branded security page that you share with enterprise prospects, is included in the base plan, but only the basic version. Manual approval workflows, CRM integrations with Salesforce, unlimited questionnaire responses, those sit behind an advanced tier upgrade. If you want the Trust Center to actually save your time rather than just exist, you're looking at an additional cost on top. Vendor risk management for managing third-party security assessments is also a separate add-on, typically in the 5 to 15 grand per year range depending on your vendor volume. Additional frameworks. If you need SOC 2 now and ISO 27001 later, each new framework adds to your annual cost, typically in the 5 to 15 grand range per framework depending on scope. The audit itself is not included. Vanta is the platform. A licensed CPA firm conducts the actual SOC 2 attestation, which runs anywhere between 5 to 20 grand for a type 1 and 7 to 30 grand for a type 2 depending on the firm and scope and your team size. Penetration testing is also a separate cost, typically 3 to 10 grand per test depending on the scope. So let's put this together for a 20% startup doing SOC 2 for the first time. Base platform, roughly 10 to 12 grand. Trust Center advanced tier for the automation features, 3 to 8 grand. Audit, let's say SOC 2 type 1, 5 to 20 grand depending on the firm. Pen test, 3 to 10 grand. Realistically, you're looking at 26 to 50 grand all in for year 1, depending on which audit firm you choose and what's in the scope. That's a reasonable number to plan around. If that range works for your stage and budget, Vanta is a solid platform. The depth is there. If you're early stage and that's a significant number, Compliant is built exactly for you. It's a compliance platform designed specifically for startups, not a tool that started at enterprise and worked its way down, but one built from ground up for early stage SaaS companies doing this for the first time. The first thing that stands out, the pricing is publicly listed on Compliant's website. No demo, no sales call, no waiting to find out if it fits your budget. You can see the number right now, which is already a different experience from every other tool in this space. The model is flat per company, not per seat, so it doesn't change as you hire. Everything a startup needs for a first SOC 2 or ISO is bundled in. The integrations, the evidence automation, the trust center, the audit support. Under 10 grand all in. No add-ons, no per seat math, no renewal surprises. That's Vanta's pricing broken down. If you want to see what a flat rate alternative looks like, check out Compliant.